morning, and welcome to the University of Toledo's 2022 Fall Commencement. Our processional will be led by the Grand Marshal, the University President, members of the University of Toledo Board of Trustees, and University administrators. We will begin our ceremony with the presentation of the flag of the United States. This will be led by the University of Toledo's Army ROTC Color Guard and Pershing Rifles Troop. The presentation of the flag will be followed by the processional. Please rise.
Please be seated. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today to celebrate the class of 2022. We are thankful to have so many excited graduates, proud parents, family members, and friends. and dedicated faculty and staff who have joined us here in Savage Arena today and who are tuning in virtually to make this a celebration to remember for our graduates. Today marks a major milestone, one that our graduates, their families, and our faculty have long awaited. It is a day to celebrate a personal achievement, the rewards of much studying, and the many opportunities that a college degree brings. Congratulations. On behalf of the University of Toledo, I want to thank our graduates for choosing U-Toledo to help prepare you for success as you take that next step in your career or your studies for an advanced degree. We are honored to share this celebration with you and your loved ones today. We are proud of your successes to date, and we look forward to your future accomplishments. At this time, I would like to ask all of you to please stand and join me to open our ceremonies by singing the national anthem. It will be led by Charlie Johnson. Ms. Johnson is from Tecumseh, Michigan, and is pursuing a Master's of Music performance. Members of the University of Toledo's Army ROTC Color Guard and Pershing Rifle Troop will present the colors. Please be seated. Congratulations to the class of 2022. You have the unique opportunity to now add your name to the list of successful University of Toledo alumni at an important moment in our history as we celebrate our 150th anniversary. On October 12, 1872, the Articles of Incorporation were drawn up for what was then the Toledo University of Arts and Trades. That was the beginning of a storied history for the University of Toledo, and we are just getting started. A little history about the school listed on your well-earned diploma. We became a municipal institution in 1884, then a state university in 1967. In 2006, U-Toledo merged with the Medical University of Ohio. We have evolved throughout the years to become the nationally ranked public research university we are today, with more than 168,000 proud alumni around the world helping to fulfill our mission of improving the human condition. There are two things that have remained consistent throughout the last 150 years. Our commitment to student success, and how proud we are to be an important part of the Toledo community. These two missions go hand in hand. Getting our graduates to this moment is important for you, our graduates waiting to patiently hear your name called and to walk across this stage, but also for our community as the foundation of our region's growth and prosperity. Our commitment to your success does not end today. We have a responsibility to continue our positive momentum, to not just maintain, but to enhance the value of your U-Toledo degree that you will proudly hang on your wall. While it's impossible to know all of the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead, I am confident that our dedicated faculty, advisors, staff, mentors, and supporters will ensure that U-Toledo continues to thrive for the next 150 years. And you have the responsibility as the newest alumni of U-Toledo to support our continued success as an ambassador for your alma mater. You are now and forever a part of Rocket Nation. We are proud to be a university of opportunity for so many students, and we have a strong tradition of U-Toledo alumni lifting up the next generation of graduates. Congratulations on earning your college degree from U-Toledo in the year of our sesquicentennial. Today we celebrate you and your successful academic journey. Achieving this milestone was not easy and would not have been even under normal circumstances. You have persevered over many challenges during the past few years. Your hard work and determination made this day happen, but you did not do it alone. Your faculty, advisors, and mentors played an important role in supporting you along the way. Your family, friends, and loved ones kept you going when you weren't sure you could continue. Let's take a moment to recognize all of those people who were in your corner helping to get you here to graduation day. As you reflect on your University of Toledo journey, I want you to not just remember what you learned in the classroom, the lab, the stage, or on the playing field. All of those official experiences in your studies. Student organizations, performances, and athletic teams are important, but the college experience is so much more. Think about how you picked up conflict resolution skills during the past few years, maybe through addressing an issue with a roommate. Remember how you stood up for yourself when you weren't given proper credit for your idea. And don't forget the time management and prioritization techniques you used to get everything done during weeks when there did not seem to be a free minute to remember to breathe. You are a different person now than you were when you first came to campus. You are smarter, stronger, and ready for whatever the future brings. And I cannot wait to see what you'll do next. It is now my honor and privilege to recognize several distinguished individuals who have joined us here today to celebrate this occasion. And I would like to begin with those members of our Board of Trustees who are present. I will ask each of them to stand and be recognized as I call their name, and please hold your applause until all of them have been introduced. Mr. Stephen Chucci, who is the Chair of our Board of Trustees. Mr. Will Lucas, who is the Vice Chair of our Board of Trustees. Mr. Zach Isaac, who heads our Academic Affairs Committee. Ms. Angeli Vodka and Ms. Madeline Vining, our two student trustees. Please join with me in welcoming them. I would also like to recognize our provost, vice presidents, deans, and other key university leaders. In the interest of time, I will ask all of these leaders to please stand together to be recognized. It is now my pleasure to call upon Dr. Risa Dixon, Interim Provost and Executive Vice President for Health Affairs.
President Postal, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, parents, relatives, and friends of the graduates, it's my honor to announce the presentation of the degree candidates. Today, we present 82 candidates for doctoral degrees and 19 Juris Doctorate degrees. I now call upon Dr. Scott Molitor, Acting Dean of the College of Graduate Studies, to present the candidates for the doctoral degrees.
Candidates for doctoral degrees from the Colleges of Arts and Letters, Engineering, Health and Human Services, Medicine and Life Sciences, Natural Sciences and Mathematics, Nursing, Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences, the John B. and Lillian E. Neff College of Business and Innovation, and the Judith Erb College of Education, please rise. President Postal, I have the honor to present these candidates for doctoral degrees. Please join me in recognizing these candidates. I now call upon Ben Barros, Dean of the College of Law, to present the candidates for Juris Doctor degrees from the College of Law.
Candidates for Juris Doctor degrees from the College of Law, please rise. President Postal, I have the honor to present these candidates for Juris Doctor degrees from the College of Law. Please join me in recognizing these candidates.
Dr. Postal, I have the pleasure of presenting, I'm sorry, will the candidates of doctoral degrees please rise? You all sat down on me. Back up, thank you. President Postal, these students have completed the requirements for doctoral and Juris Doctorate degrees.
Now, upon the recommendation of the faculty, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Ohio and the trustees of the University of Toledo, I do confer upon all of these qualified candidates, including those in absentia, the degrees for which they have met the requirements. You are charged with the duties and responsibilities of those degrees and granted the privileges and prerogatives appertaining thereto. The faculty and the Board of Trustees join me in extending to you and in noting the indivisible link between you and the University of Toledo. We are linked forever. Our good fortune is your good fortune. Your success fuels our tomorrow. Please join me in recognizing these graduates. You may be seated.
At this time, we invite the marshals to escort the graduates to receive congratulatory recognition, accompanied by their advisors, to the lower stage to my right.
Doctoral candidates. Mohammed Saad Al-Karni, hooded by Dr. Mark Templin. Almaha Rada Al-Rueli, hooded by Dr. Mark Templin. Sultan Yahya M. Mutahiri, hooded by Dr. Randall Vesley. Brittany Elizabeth Kerr, hooded by Dr. Edward A. Janik. Ahmed Fahad Al-Rueli, hooded by Dr. Richard Moliette. Faris Nafe Al-Sulami, hooded by Dr. Mohammed Niamat. Taylor Ann Dodson, hooded by Dr. Aaron Prestwich. Nathan Christopher Waymer, hooded by Dr. Aaron Prestwich. Amy L. Netter, hooded by Dr. Susanna Hapgood.
Fatima Aldahani, hooded by Dr. Susanna Hopgood.
Jeffrey L. Montgomery, hooded by Dr. Ron Opp. Danette K. Bosch Alexander, hooded by Dr. Snejana Slanchiv Durst. Yasmin Akhtar Rina, hooded by Dr. Scott Molitor. Sayani Bhattacharjee, hooded by Dr. Nagalakshmi Nadaminti. Rachel Marie Golanka, hooded by Dr. Candace Williams. Luis Angel Cedeno Rosario, hooded by Dr. Deborah N. Chady. Radhika Koran, hooded by Dr. William R. Taylor. Vicky Duguid, hooded by Dr. Joseph Dake and Dr. Emmy Morellis.
John Matkovic, hooded by Dr. Joseph Dake. Kelly Sue Clemens, hooded by Dr. Joseph Dake. Julia Ray Richmond, hooded by Dr. Joseph Dake.
Lana Gale Snyder, hooded by Dr. Penny Poplin Gazzetti. Sylvia Christiana Lukashi Decker, hooded by Dr. Ron Opp. Beth Ann Gurasimiak, hooded by Dr. Scott Molitor. Parul Baranwal, hooded by Dr. Youngwoo Seo. E. Jabbar A. Alkaldi, hooded by Dr. Scott Molitor. Kavita Guacha, hooded by Dr. Frederick E. Williams.
Layla Salami.
College of Law. Kent Wallace II. Alexis Marie Spencer. Evan Pukailo. Amanda Long. Anna Simone Lorkey. Samantha Samira Knapp. Madison Ann Knapp.
I now call upon Dean Heidi Apple of the Jessup Scott Honors College.
24 of our undergraduate candidates have completed the requirements for the fulfillment of their baccalaureate study through our university's Jessup Scott Honors College. They are wearing medallions attached to gold ribbons to commemorate high achievement in the rigorous honors curricula at the University of Toledo. Degree candidates who have earned an honors medallion from the Jessup Scott Honors College, please rise to be recognized for your outstanding accomplishments. Please be seated. A number of our graduating candidates today are also wearing blue and gold twisted honors cords. These candidates are graduating baccalaureates with highest distinction, or summa cum laude. To qualify, these students had to earn a cumulative grade point average of 3.9 or higher for all college work. Will these candidates please stand? Please be seated. Candidates wearing blue cords are graduating baccalaureates with great distinction, or magna cum laude. To qualify, these students had to earn a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.6 for all college work. Will these candidates please stand? Please be seated. Candidates wearing gold cords are graduating baccalaureates with distinction, or cum laude. To qualify, these students had to earn a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.3 for all college work. Will these candidates please stand? Please be seated. Candidates wearing white cords are graduating associates with high scholarship. To qualify, these students had to earn a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.3 for all college work at the associate level. Will these candidates please stand? Please join me in applause to acknowledge the scholastic achievement of all of these students. At this time, we would also like to recognize the cadets who have completed the Army ROTC program and will be commissioned as officers and are graduating today. They are wearing black and gold cords. Will the new officers who are with us today please stand? Please be seated. On behalf of the University of Toledo community and the Student Veterans Association of America, University of Toledo chapter, it is my privilege and honor to recognize those graduates adorned with a red, white, and blue military honors cord. These courageous men and women have served or are currently serving in the United States Armed Forces. We thank you for your distinguished service and your sacrifices for our country. Please stand and be recognized. Please be seated.
We will now present our candidates for educational specialists, master degrees, graduate certificates, and undergraduate degree candidates. There are 13 candidates for educational specialists, 365 candidates for master's degrees, and 18 candidates for graduate certificates. Candidates for the undergraduate degrees include 1,323 for baccalaureate degrees and 32 for associate's degrees. I now call upon Dean Raymond Whitty to present the candidates from the Judith Erb College of Education.
Will all candidates for educational specialist, master's degree, graduate certificates, and baccalaureate degrees from the Judith Herb College of Education please rise? President Postal, as Dean of the Judith Herb College of Education, I am pleased to present the candidates for these degrees. Please join me in recognizing these candidates. Please be seated. And always remember, education rocks. I now call upon Dean Michael Toole to present the candidates from the College of Engineering.
Will all candidates for master's and baccalaureate degrees from the College of Engineering please rise? President Postal, as Dean of the College of Engineering, I am pleased to present the candidates for these degrees. Please join me in recognizing these candidates. Please be seated. I now call upon Dean Mark Merrick to present the candidates from the College of Health and Human Services.
Will all candidates for the education specialist, master's degrees, graduate certificates, baccalaureate and associate's degrees from the College of Health and Human Services please rise? President Postal, as Dean of the College of Health and Human Services, I am pleased to present the candidates for these degrees. Please join me in recognizing these candidates. I now call upon Dean Christopher Cooper to present the candidates from the College of Medicine and Life Sciences.
Will all candidates for master's degrees and graduate certificates from the College of Medicine and Life Sciences please rise? President Postal, as Dean of the College of Medicine and Life Sciences, I am pleased to present the candidates for these degrees. Please join me in recognizing these candidates. Candidates, please be seated.
Will all the candidates for education specialists, master's degrees, and graduate certificates, baccalaureate and associate degrees, please rise? President Postal, are you all up? President, there you go. President Postal, these students have completed all the requirements for education specialists, master's degrees, graduate certificates, baccalaureate, and associate degrees.
Now, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the state of Ohio and the trustees of the University of Toledo, I do confer upon all of these qualified candidates, including those in absentia, the degrees for which they have met the requirements. You are charged with the duties and responsibilities of those degrees and are granted the privileges and prerogatives appertaining thereto. All baccalaureate and associate graduates may now move their tassels from the front right of their mortarboards to the front left of their mortarboards. The faculty and the Board of Trustees join me in extending congratulations to you and in noting the indivisible link between you and the University of Toledo. We are linked forever. Our good fortune is your good fortune. Your success fuels our tomorrow. Please join me in recognizing these graduates. You may be seated.
Congratulations to you all. I would next like to introduce Mr. Stephen Tucci, the chair of the University of Toledo Board of Trustees, to provide some remarks.
On behalf of the University of Toledo Board of Trustees, I would like to congratulate all of the graduates today for successfully earning your degree. Your journey required hard work, determination, and sacrifice. Hopefully you had some fun along the way, made some lifelong friendships, and leave with great memories. As the graduates of the University of Toledo, you are the leaders of tomorrow. The world needs your innovation, your determination to make a difference, and your collaborative spirit. As you embark on a future that is uniquely your own, in the words of Will Rogers, remember that the path to success is dotted with many parking spaces. Avoid the temptation to long-term park. In closing, please know that all of us, the board, the administration, faculty, staff, alumni, fellow students, and your neighbors in the Toledo community, we are all cheering for you and we wish you the very best. Congratulations to the newest alumni of the University of Toledo.
At this time, we invite the marshals to escort the graduates to receive congratulatory recognition. Graduates, on my right, beginning with the College of Medicine and Life Sciences, will come forward to the lower stage to my right.
College of Medicine and Life Sciences. Megan Kate. Mergime Imeri. Erica Lynn Joldrickson. Kayla Sherman. Sarah Marie Golden. Riley Joe Pavel. Taylor Renee Palma. Madison Olita Metcalf. Riley A. Wright. Alexandria Jean Vizzacaro. Judith Herb College of Education. Karen Amelia Hardy. Susan Lathrop Croy. Ebony Betts. Abigail Andrea Schrickle-Semkowski. Julianne Marie Barclay. Kendra Jean Michaelis. Julie Radwanski. Rachel Jean Gowitzka North. Zoe Ann Smith. Lila Goldman. Adriana Balerian. Dina Richard Deeb. Sarah Grace Muir. Claire Olivia Tursky. Emily Catherine Bussing. Claire Marie Harvey. Mitchell Paul Grilliot. Haley Walling. Caitlin Margaret Piekerzewski. Caitlin Marie Reichow. Caitlin Rayanne Elliott. Brianna Ashlyn St. John's. Abigail R. Gregg. Brandy Amber Rios. Sarah Michaela Fortner. Allison Joy Schiniver. College of Health and Human Services. Morgan E. Zeekley. Juliana Ihotu Odu. Yashika Bogi. Alexia Constance Larson. Temitope Cecilia McBuwawan. Dennis Dunker. Samantha Lynn Jacobson. Kyle Jeffrey Smith. Jordan R. Kelso. Aaron Naomi Elting. Kristen Yvonne Allen. Kawan Emily Willis. He Ming Chao. Allison Genevieve Bonani. Emily Ann Tanchek. Alexa Victoria Marshall. Kylie Morgan Siglio. Aubrey Taylor Niemeyer. Madeline Sophia Jones. Michaela Christine Stassa. Kayla Butler. Shayasia M. Gregory. Ariana S. Monholen. Aisha Thomas. Jacqueline Bersuela Coleman. Victoria Rochelou Scott.
Allison Baldwin.
Danielle Kidwell. Anastasia Marie Smith. Matthew Joseph Fairchild. Renee Christian Cape. Olivia Rose Miller. Hannah Marie Schul. Kylie Nicole Nadolny. Amanda Grace Nichols. Shelby Lynn Guerrero. Alyssa Marie Janicki. Michaela Sue Maranca. Haley Marie Jacobson. Sydney Ann Freeman. Claire Elise Inkrut. Alyssa Morgan Faley. Connor James Graylick. Abby Marie Cicero. Alexander Jack Finley. Mohammed Shabat. Austin Michael Batt. Raymond Christopher Watson. Sergey S. Gray. Mila M. Magalasi. Cassandra Page Snyder. Miles Anthony Lewis. Colin Andrew Syrek. Jackson David Clary. Randy Kent Hauser III. Nicholas Allen Nye. Maya McLeod. Mariana Ramallo. Caitlin Rose Isel. Ellen Marie D. Sierra Espinoza. Madeline Steinmiller. Bridget Bishop. Morgan Joyce Lilly. Sarah Christine Hurwit. Jalen Anthony Fleming. Samuel Preston Chips. Hannah Lee Hilko. Samantha Jo Avery. Rusmia Zuhair Al-Sharari. Stella Onyenyechi Ohabwenyi. Zanera R. Jones. Hitanshi Kiran Kumar Nari Alwala. Ami Rakesh Mistry. Abigail Nicole McClure. Jacob Saad. Max Allen Carroll. Emily Elizabeth Waite. Allison Michelle Hopkins. Alexandria E. Ducia. College of Engineering. Justin Scott Deindorfer. Tim Michael Romstadt II. Maxwell Bauer. Joel Christopher Schuckman. Yuan Yi Tai. Diego Gamboa Pabon. Robert Edward Moore. Aaron Jacob Fetterman. Sarah Ali Al-Sheikh. Ruqayya Ali Al-Sheikh. Sadman Adib Huda. Sravya Katakanani. Michael William Bauer. Omar Hassan Sabri. Lauren K. Bachman. Kirk Christopher Hodkinson. Tessa Nikia Karan. Sarah Ann Williams. Andrew Joseph Beer. Hannah Marie Schimmeler. Kelly Marie Sheckelhoff. Riley Elizabeth Sullivan. Emily May Heil. Isabel Denise Winters. Catherine Michelle Valensic. Macy Harshbarger. Thuy Chow. Ellie Jean Buckholtz. Jason Andrew Sanders. Ryan A. Neely. Nicholas Charles Witzler. Owen Michael Gannon. Evan Jared Barr. Dylan Ormsby. Derek Garcia. Brock Paulson Andrews. Brian Joseph Matson. Christopher Tonef Metroff. Dylan Michael Valentine Nelson. Jacob A. Dembeek. Wesan Hatem. Matthew Brangham. Nicholas Taylor Azzarello. Jake Fredericks. Nathan Andrew St. Clair. Dylan M. Hensley. Justin Alexander Mosley. Alexander Joseph Schneider. Jeremy J. DeMuth. Ethan Andrew Eit. Joyce Stupka. Abigail Rose Baker. Ashley Marie Quinn. Colin Andrew Quinn. Joseph Allen Hayes. Alex Pierre Cocagne. Dakota Scott Toko. Drew Toko. Dylan Toko. Oluwafolahan Toki Phillips. Kyle James Winterfeld. Joshua Evan Smith. Justin James Bennett. Ian Benjamin Mahoney. Adam Robert Post. Jason D. Prindle. Tao Tree Cow. Jeff Combs. Glenn Edward Merrill III. Jordan Lee Bai. Dino C. DeRoya. Joshua John Sarka. Connor Andrew Hemmelgarn. Jared Austin Langton. Owen Wizakowski. Tyler David Ulbricht. Benjamin Thomas Butler. Evan Joseph Taylor. Race Volmar. Benjamin Jarris Mahaley. Bradley William Dunphy. Adam Joseph Billmeyer. Brock Kristen Lauerer. Jonah Zachary Fulton. Logan Michael Pilecki. Mohammed Abdul Sese King. Kalen James Lewis. Tyler Jacob Garn. Abdel Hamid Kamel Awad. Steven Alvarez. Joshua David Lee. Scott Michael Strebig. Brandon Timothy Knitz. Nathan Andrew Rump. Vincent Marshall. Lucas Robert Boback. Sandesh Karki. Colin Edward Will. John Emeka Agubosim. Nicholas Robert Burkhart. Philip C. Norman Ottinger. Spencer P. Lowry. Selena Lynn Johnson. Emmett Benjamin Craw. Camden Reese Polson. Nicholas D. Thorne. Travis Taylor. John Nicholas Vale Jr. Ethan Hunter Baumbarger. Joseph A. Emery Jr. Khalil Osan Tabub. Bradley Thomas Croma. Morgan Elizabeth Molnar. Mariah Abigail Crossley. Ahmad Al-Mualem. Ali Mohammed Al-Sheikh Ahmed. Jeffrey Dean Dunsmore. Trey N. Newman. Tyler Weston Turner. Alexandra Gies. Sarah Ann Walls. Catherine Ann Owens. Elizabeth Marie Gibson. Colin David Gonya. Tyson Andrew Neese. Andrew C. Scheid. Megan Burmeister. Reiko Anamaritza Scheib. Celeste Violet Matthews. Ashley Nicole Cashin. Jacob Thomas Riddenauer. Joelle Yvonne Gallet. Lucas Dale Fink. Kristen Ann Hall. Sydney Nicole Jackson. Blake Alexander Hazard. Eunice Youssef Sabri. Hannah Marie Hasselhun. Lauren Marie Coy. Ashton Cotton.
Hussein Ojuwan.
Pima T. Lama. Jack Thomas Ford. Ashley Wagenlander. Max Nye. Haley Elizabeth Manuel. Samantha D. Glowacki. Megan Ann Wax. Kim T. Lung.
John Joseph Chihavitz.
Jason Thomas Goebel. Italia Fernandez. Brady Keitel Simpkins. Rebecca Louise Monette. Anusha Kadadula. Quentin Leo Neese.
Jake William Isaacs.
Logan Obey. Jason Andrew Fritsch. Jared Andrew Skinner. Daniel Joseph Powers. Benjamin Thomas Bissessi. Sophia Sunland. Brannigan Lindsay Lachowski. Stephanie Nicole Nixon. Bryce Barker. Matthew Robert Newberger. Michael Jaros. Sebastian Huber. Elizabeth Marie Logan. Adam Favre. Benjamin Matthew Walker. Jacob Allen Dupero. Shane C. Bush. Marissa Ann Miller. Drew Benjamin Woodford. Zachary Samuel Sherman. Aubrey Heather Fisher. Madison Cup. Norman Nidal Aburidi. Maria Nicolene Pereira. Alexandria Nicole Mena. Riley Mee. Camden Foster Hayden. Jeremy Andrew O'Brien. Sebastian Heinz Schwalbe. Christopher John Collar. David Robert Walls. Leah Bricker. Morgan Don Hostler. Sophia May Shafiq Shelton. Marissa Rebecca Gibbs. Jack Alexander Zamora. Allison Renee McNulty. Tara Helene Dobrik. Morgan Alyssa Foley. Huria Chowdhury. Noah James Ratcliffe. Alexander Cam Yi Wong. Colin James Krebs. Benjamin Myers. Kellen Lee Rios. Raymond Kippleton Courier. Zachary Kirschman. Tesa Yun. Lucy Elizabeth Rubel. Mariela Cristina Elsa Quintero. Peter Laverty. Brian Bajarski Lamont. Colin A. Heretic. Zachary Michael Rule. Jacob John Henry. Nicholas Charles Almroth. Kevin Bradley Paul. Devin Tuflinski. Matthew Scott Albury. Marcus Nathaniel Mullins. Logan M. Crofus. Maxwell George Clausius. Nicholas Michael Dreyer. Christopher Lee Manning. Quinlan Clancy Hipp. Benjamin Donald Eder. Ethan Corey Steiner. Nolan Christopher Byer. Gregory Allen Frank. Chad Joseph Scherer. Logan Daniel Smiley. Curtis Paul Rutschilling. Brad Geary. Joseph Bernard Welsh. Ethan Kenneth Shane. Levi Marshall Jones. Nicholas William Trumbull. Kevin Decato. Kyle James Gerdeman. Ethan Cole Roth. Alexander Thomas Wendling. Elizabeth Maria Hubbard. Grant Richard Forst. Ethan Leonard Schlachter. Alec Joseph Huber.
Gabriel Grishop.
Alexander Buffington. Keith Hamburg. Keenan Patrick Martyr. Hunter Wayne Wendell. Logan Christopher Tebby. Gavin Joseph Schultz. Peter Donald Art. Mitchell Bryant Hulskamp. Ian James Showers. Colin M. Rice. Colin Joseph Hoffner. Lauren Catherine Weinberg. Andrew Thomas Shaw. John Levendis. Hayden Fraze. Travis James Martin. Hunter Drew Bellis. Ross Matthew Harmon. Kevin Billmeyer. Brandon Alexander Walden Mitchell. Tyler Charles Cunningham. Noah David Mahler. Jacob Delbert Nye. Avik Noah Mukherjee. Thuy Le. Kim Gia Pham. Joshua Allen Vina. Timothy Robert Roberts II. Kelly Maria Jaju. Benjamin Michaels Tamor. Musa Ghassan Mohammed Abu Sheikha. Adam T. Smith. Anthony Labata. Rachel Ann Hunt. Amina Lokandwala. Jelani Moti Jaleta.
Emmanuel Epahe.
Abigail Mary Schrader. Cole M. Richards. Logan Sisk. James Clyde Davis V. Jared Patrick Everett. Christopher James Wells. Austin McLean Prentice. Alonzo P. Taylor. Stephen Alexander Wilkes Jr. Caleb Levy Gleckler. Philip Stephen John Jones. Evan Edward Cawthorn. Simon Joseph Roth. Amaka Ihoma Njoku. Moat Rewish. Benjamin Souders. Richard G. Silsby. Michael Anthony Serratos Jr.
Brian Sai.
Temitope Omogunloye. Eunice Ndubango Mobula. Muhammad Ali Al-Hamadi. Landon Borel Jackson.
I would now like to call upon Mr. Peter Davis, President of our University of Toledo Alumni Association, to welcome members of our graduating class to the distinguished ranks of our alumni body.
President Postal, trustees, honored and distinguished guests, faculty, staff members, family, friends, and graduates. For over 100 years, the Alumni Association has been engaging our fellow alumni across the country and abroad, helping to strengthen affinity and the connection with our alma mater and each other. As the university celebrates its 150th anniversary this year, I am honored to be here and represent over 168,000 alumni worldwide, 21 college and special interest affiliates, and 27 alumni chapters worldwide. On behalf of the University of Toledo Alumni Association, I would like to add our congratulations and warmest of wishes to every graduate here today and welcome you into our very proud and global alumni family. Alumni membership offers many benefits as the relationship with U-Toledo takes a new beginning. To help you remain engaged and connected to U-Toledo and other alums, we are providing you with a complimentary membership to the University of Toledo Alumni Association for the next year. We hope you will take advantage of the opportunities to connect with an alumni chapter near you and return to the campus for homecoming and other campus events. We also encourage you to connect virtually and share career updates and experiences or memories of U-Toledo online or via social media. Engaging in the Alumni Association can enrich your life with connections for many years to come. There are U-Toledo alumni located throughout the world, and your Alumni Association can help you find them. We look forward to providing you with opportunities that will strengthen your relationship with the University of Toledo and our ever-growing alumni community. Your membership in the U Toledo Alumni Association begins now. Welcome.
Congratulations, graduates. Today you join more than 168,000 individuals worldwide who are proud alumni of the University of Toledo. This elite alumni group is making a difference in their communities around the world as business leaders, teachers, engineers, artists, physicians, attorneys, pharmacists, environmentalists, nurses, astronomers, and scientists. As you start the next chapter in your life, I urge you to use your skills and talents to make an impact on your community. There are incredible challenges facing our world, and we need your passion and tenacity to tackle them. As a member of Rocket Nation, we also need you to show your rocket pride wherever you go. You are an important part of U Toledo's history and our future. You are proof of the life-changing impact a U Toledo education can have for our graduates and for future generations. Thank you for being an ambassador for your alma mater. As we conclude today's graduation ceremony, I would like to take a moment to recognize the special people in your support systems, whether they are your parents and friends, a spouse or partner, children, siblings, or grandparents. Over the past few years, they have played an important role supporting you to this graduation day. To all of these individuals in your cheering sections, I want to say thank you. Thank you for reaching out to your graduate to offer advice, for listening when they needed encouragement, for boosting their confidence when they doubted themselves, and for laughing with them to lighten their spirits. Graduates, please join me now in giving a round of applause to thank these family members, friends, and loved ones, including those who could not be here today. Additionally, I would like to thank the many U Toledo staff members who worked to plan this commencement ceremony. Let's give a round of applause for everyone who helped make this a celebration to remember. And now, finally, the moment our graduates have waited for long enough, worked so hard to achieve, and what all of today's pageantry has been leading up to. To properly recognize the achievements of each and every one of our new University of Toledo graduates, I'm going to ask our audience to join me now in giving one final, really loud, over-the-top, foot-stomping ovation. Let's hear it. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you. As we conclude today's ceremonies, we'll ask all graduates and alumni to rise for the singing of the alma mater led by Charlie Johnson. Those in academic regalia, please remain standing for the recessional. All others, please take your seats until after the alma mater and remain seated until the graduates have exited. Thank you.
Thank you.